Hello and welcome to February's episode of PSN. We apologize, but with the snow cancellations, we have been unable to bring you PHS sports news since the end of January. A lot has happened in the past few weeks, and the tournament season for many of our sports teams is right around the corner. First, let's start with our sports announcements to wrap up the regular season. The PHS swim team has finished their season. Great year, seniors, and good luck to the team next year. Similarly, the gymnasts have wrapped their season up and move on with a strong outlook on next season. Great season, ladies. On Saturday, February 14th, the Titans indoor track and field teams will compete in the MIAA Division IV Championships at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston at 9:30 a.m. The next weekend, the 21st, the MIAA State Championship is being held at the Reggie Lewis Center, where the Titans will look to send many representatives to compete. As for the boys, they will play their opening game of the Gould Tournament on Monday, February 16th against the rivaling Lakers from Silver Lake. On Wednesday, the 18th, the boys will play in the second round of the Gould Tournament, which will also be senior night for the boys. On Friday, the 19th, the boys wrap up their season with their makeup game against Bridgewater Raynham at 4:10 at the Bridgewater Ice Arena. On February 14th, the Lady Titans hockey team will travel to Bourne to face off against BMW at 6 p.m. On Monday, the 16th, at 2 p.m., the ladies will host the Norwell Clippers at Hubmuck Arena. And on February 18th, the girls will play their last game of the season in the finals of the Gould Tournament. The wrestling team has concluded their play. Congrats on a great season. A few individuals will travel to states to try their luck. Best wishes from PSN. The boys basketball team wraps up its season with 3 more games coming in the next week. On Saturday, February 14th, the boys travel to Taunton to battle Coyle Cassidy for a 1 p.m. start. On Tuesday, the 17th, the boys will host the Hanover Indians, and on Wednesday, the 18th, they will host the Presidents from Quincy. Both home games will begin at 5:30. The Lady Titans basketball team will hold 3 games in a row next week. They will welcome the ladies from Hull on Monday, the 16th, for a 10:30 a.m. start. On Wednesday, they travel to Scituate to battle against the Sailors at 1 p.m., and the next day, on the 18th, the ladies will travel to Quincy for a 5:30 p.m. start against the Lady Presidents from Quincy. For this month's edition of Coach's Corner, we caught up with Will Seward, the boys' varsity basketball coach here at PHS, to talk about their season and the team's success thus far. For this edition of Coach's Corner, we're here today with varsity basketball coach Will Seward. Will, how are you today?
Great.
All right, let's talk about the team a little bit. First, can you talk to me about the season as a whole and how it compares to last season?
Well, I think, MJ, when I look at last year and I look at this year, a lot of the things that we were looking to improve upon last year, we've seen some improvement in it this year. But I think the foundational defensive things we were doing well at the end of last year, and some of the things we were doing well at the end of the last year offensively have really carried over.
Right.
And we've just been able to improve on those things, as this year has gone along. Last year we had some games that were really close, and we ended up losing those games in the last couple minutes. And this year we've had some games that are really close, and we've ended up winning those games in the last couple minutes.
Right.
So I think it's been nice to see that turnaround when I look to compare last year to this year.
Great. So as far as the turnaround, as you're speaking of, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses of this year's team that maybe differed from last year's team?
Well, every team is different because the players change so much. I think this year, things that we're really good at, we're a really unselfish group. And last year's group was really unselfish too. But this year's group, we shoot the ball really, really well. We move the ball really well offensively.
Okay.
Defensively, we talk a lot about, we have 5 guys kind of playing as one. And I think when you have 5 guys playing at one on both ends of the court, you tend to have a little bit more success. So it creates great chemistry. Our chemistry is really good. And any time that you are winning close games throughout the course of a season, it really brings the group together. Everybody starts to believe a little bit more every game that you win that way. So, we've been fortunate in that sense to win some of those games. And, it's really the kids have done it. They've put themselves in really good positions. They've worked really hard in the off season. They play for each other. And, when it comes down to it, they're the ones who make the plays in the games to win.
Right. All right, so any particular players or performances that stand out to you that really made a difference in games this season?
Well, we've had a few. I think the first one would be the Hingham game at Hingham. Tie game. Peter Koner makes a three-pointer at the buzzer, as time expires to win the game. And that was a huge kind of turning point for us. I think our record at the time was 1-2 or 2-2.
Okay.
So things could have gone either way. After that, this past week we went down to Plymouth North at Plymouth North, a really good team. Vince Mitchell scored 25 points. They had a great atmosphere, great game. We ended up winning by 19, which was a big margin for us. At Scituate on Wednesday, we're down by 2 with 10 seconds left.
Yep.
Kyle Horn gets a great offensive rebound, lays it in, gets fouled, makes the free throw with 5 seconds left to win the game. Yep. And then just this past Friday, we're down 3 to North Quincy with time expiring. Peter Koner hits a three-pointer to send it into overtime, and then we win in overtime. So, those type of victories and those type of plays, very easily the season could have been a lot different. But, we're certainly happy with where we are at 8-3.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how do you plan to qualify for the state tournament and even be successful in it down the road?
Well, you got to win 11 games to qualify for the state tournament. We play 21 games this year, so winning 11 puts us at the 50% mark. We're 8-3 right now, so we still have some work in front of us. If we're fortunate enough to get there, everything kind of resets at that point, and we'll evaluate it at that point. I think it's, we kind of refer to it as a whole new season. Yep. Everybody's in the same boat if you get in.
Right.
But, really we're just focused on winning the next game, and hopefully we'll be talking about the state tournament in the middle of February.
One at a time, that's how it goes.
That's right.
All right, so last thing. What were some of the things maybe at the beginning of the season you wanted the team to accomplish, or some goals, and how successful were those goals, and how do you plan to carry those goals into future seasons?
Well, I don't know if we've accomplished our goals yet, only being midway through. Reaching the state tournament certainly is one of those goals, so we're close, but, we still have games to play and games to win. I think just collectively as a group, every year you come into it, you want your group to gel, you want your group to have great chemistry, you want your kids to be unselfish, you want them to play as hard as they can every practice, every game. So those type of goals, up to this point, we've done a pretty good job. I think, as coaches, we talk a lot about being consistent and playing consistently on both ends of the court for 32 minutes, which is the length of the game. And, we've really gotten better at that as the season has gone along. We can still improve upon it, but we've had a lot of success really this last week and a little bit the week before of playing consistently defensively and offensively with great energy and effort and unselfishly on both ends of the court. So, if those things continue, the sky is the limit for this group. We're certainly not satisfied with where we're at, but we're really happy about it. Awesome.
All right, well, good luck for the rest of the season. I hope you do clinch the state tournament. 3 more wins, that's all you need. Best of luck with that, with the season. Thanks for visiting us today on the set.
Thanks, MJ. Appreciate it.
Good luck, boys, as they are right on the cusp of getting into the postseason. Since all of the sports news at the beginning of February was focused mostly on one game and one game only, at least here in New England, for this episode of Titan Talk, we wanted to know who, if anyone, dared to believe that the Patriots would not win the Super Bowl. Find out fans' favorite plays and favorite commercials, and to see who were some of the guest appearances at the game in this Super Bowl-themed edition of Titan Talk. I'm in the halls of PHS today with Tyler Hurley. Tyler, what were your feelings on the Super Bowl? How do you think it went?
Great game. Really happy that they won.
Yeah, me too. All right, so from the Super Bowl, what was your favorite commercial that you watched?
It had to be the Budweiser commercials. Big fan of that cute little puppy.
Yeah, coming back home, finding his way home, that was great. I'm here with an avid Patriots fan, Tyler Eggers, today. Going to answer a few questions about the Super Bowl for me, all right? First question. What was your favorite commercial this year from the Super Bowl?
Gotta be that Icky Woods commercial when he celebrates everything.
That was one of the top 3 in my opinion, and I really think they did a good job with that commercial this year.
Yeah, I like how we spiked the Yahtzee Cup. It's pretty sweet.
I really liked the Budweiser dog commercial because I have a dog that looks like that. And it was kind of sad, and it was really intense when the wolf came out, but then the horses came out, and they were like, not today. So I like that.
What's your dog's name?
Brody.
Is Brody the one that was in the commercial?
Yes, actually, yes. My dog got paid $2 million for that commercial. I'm kidding. Harrison, walk by quickly.
I liked the Human Pac-Man one. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, that was for Bud Light. That was really cool. A guy going through the maze, picking up all the little dots. I like that one too.
Man, the Super Bowl. The commercials, awesome. Favorite one, I saw this one with a puppy and horses.
The Budweiser commercial.
That was so cute.
It was cute. You know, heart-wrenching, and then at the end, it just smiles around all around, and everybody had to love that one.
Yep.
2 years in a row, they've done a great job.
Could have been a plot twist in that, though, you know.
I guess so, but I think that would not have pleased the
I know. That's
the viewer.
That's why it was so good.
Easily the Clash of Clan one. That's great. It was great. It was great.
Great commercial, made me laugh.
The Allstate commercial, this one was kind of messed up. The one that had like the children, something like they would die. You can't, you know, something like that. Like they would die from like freak accidents or something like that.
Yeah, that was borderline.
Yeah.
That was borderline commercial, but you know, had good reviews, so you can't really crash it that much.
My favorite commercial was the Like a Girl commercial.
You know, that really was. It had a great meaning. It was, let's make Like a Girl mean amazing things. And that's truly an inspirational message to some of the females out there.
Definitely.
All right, so back to the game. How do you feel the like one big play or one drive maybe the Patriots had that made a huge difference in the game?
Well, maybe not the Patriots, but that unreal Jermaine Kearse catch towards the end that really switched momentum.
You know, when I watched that catch live, I was thinking back, you know, to from our last Super Bowl against the Giants when David Tyree with the helmet catch. You know, it had me thinking, wow, I can't believe this happened again.
Haven't seen that footage since it happened back in 07. I have yet to look at it. I refuse.
Good idea. You don't want to see it. It's terrible for Patriots fans.
Had to be Julian Edelman's go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, you know, he really worked hard. Like I said, I think he should have been the MVP. But, you know, Brady did very well, too. Fourth Super Bowl win for him, third MVP. So can't really not give it to him, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that Butler made that amazing interception, shout out to Butler. I also liked their first touchdown.
The Butler interception.
You know, 23 seconds left on the clock. Great interception. Clinched the game for the Patriots. All right, so what was the play in the football game you think had the biggest impact on the game?
I'd say I'm going to go different than everyone else and go with the Edelman touchdown at the end.
Yeah.
I'd say so. I mean, you couldn't have that pick if you didn't have that play. You know what I'm saying?
I like to hear that. It's great. You know, in my mind, Edelman should have been the MVP. He didn't get it.
So.
Yeah, I agree. So,
Oh, it had to be the interception at the end.
do you know who made that?
Malcolm Butler.
Have you ever heard of him before that interception? I can't say I did.
I didn't.
Yeah, no. Amazing play by a rookie.
Well, obviously the interception at the end. Malcolm Butler, I mean, he was practicing that play over and over again. The Pats knew it was coming. In practice, he actually got beat, as I read up on, but he came in clutch at the end. He knew it was coming, and he just executed, and obviously that gave us the win.
Exactly. You know, if he's making those kind of plays as a rookie, he's got greatness in store for him the rest of his career.
This year, during the Super Bowl, gonna have to say their first touchdown.
Their first touchdown, that was Brady to Amendola in the end zone. How do you think that went down in Brady's mind?
I thought it was pretty excellent. Really executed well.
Well, you're the first one I've interviewed today that was actually at the Victory Parade in Boston.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts from the parade?
I think it was great. I think Gronk had a great time. I got a nice video of him, and I think it really put a cap to that victory with that.
People in Boston really came out to support. That was great to see, even with all the snow.
Julian Edelman. He was a real riot down there.
He was up on top of the duck boats, you know, swinging the flag and dancing all around. Great effort by him.
Well, my dad went to the parade, and he was standing next to the dude that threw Gronk the fireball nip, and he just pounded it and spiked it. And he sent the video to me, and it was pretty unreal.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I didn't. Sadly, I didn't go, but no, I did see Gronk dancing, they twerking on the boat, and also Amendola and Edelman packing lips. People were tossing them up tins, and they were just packing lips. I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, I mean, after you win the Super Bowl, you're free to do what you want. It's
I don't really know. I didn't see it. Didn't go. Didn't watch.
okay.
I think that everyone went there and there was all that snow.
You know, the city of Boston did a great job moving that snow out of the way, but Pats paraded right through it anyway. They didn't care.
I think it was seeing Bill Belichick actually smile for once. It was nice to see him excited.
He was out there enjoying the crowd like everybody else was. Great victory for the Pats. Thanks for your time today, Ms. Murphy.
Thank you.
I liked when Edelman was dancing on top of the duck boat because I just really like him and his beard. So.
It's really intense up there, you know, swinging the victory flag and everything. So, all right, finally, we'll get into some trivia for the game. Can you name for me somebody who was at the game that wasn't a sports star, like somebody that was watching?
I know that Kenny Chesney was there and so was Mark Wahlberg.
They were both there. Good job.
Mark Wahlberg and David Portnoy.
We're both there. Big names. Some of you might not know Dave Portnoy. He knows who he is. That's up. Showed him on TV the whole game.
Marky Mark.
Who's that?
Mark Wahlberg.
Exactly, correct. All right.
Katy Perry. She was the halftime.
She was the halftime show. She did great.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, my aunt was there.
Your aunt was there, so she's a famous person.
Oh wait, no. Nope, she's not. But I'm pretty sure Mark Wahlberg was there.
All right, we'll take your aunt for an answer. All right.
All right.
So, how many Super Bowls have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick combined for this year, or since 2000?
This year?
No, not this year.
Okay. 4.
4 Super Bowls. How many Super Bowl MVPs does Tom Brady have?
Gonna go and say 3.
No, it's actually not 3. It's 3.
3.
Thank you, Adam, for your time today.
Well, thank you, MJ.
So, how many Super Bowls have the Pats won since the year 2000?
4.
How many has Brady won?
4.
How many has Belichick won?
4.
How many MVPs has Brady won?
3.
Oh, Joe's right on top of his facts. Thanks for your time today, Joe. All right. So, since 2000, how many Super Bowls have the Patriots won?
3.
It's 4, Tyler. 4. Come
I
on.
was thinking of MVP.
That's one of our next questions, though. Tom Brady has 3 MVPs and 4 Super Bowl wins. All right. So Brady and Belichick together. Even though the Patriots have 4 Super Bowls, how many do they have?
Brady and Belichick, they have 4.
Good job. Trick question there. Way to get it. All right. Thank you. How many Super Bowls have the Patriots won since 2000?
4, I think.
4 Super Bowls would be correct. So the Patriots might have won 4, but how many has Tom Brady won?
4.
How about Bill Belichick?
4.
Oh, you're doing well. All right.
I mean, Belichick and Brady, like, dream team.
Together. There you go. All right. Last question. How many Super Bowl MVPs has Tom Brady won?
3 or 2. I don't know. I need help. 3?
It's 3, yep. So, thanks, Bailey, for your time. Well, that does it for this edition of PSN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter and our YouTube page for updates in previous episodes. Thanks for watching this episode of PSN. I'm MJ Baird, signing off from Pembroke Sports News.